Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first interview in this interview series of all of our shows. And today, joining me is Mr. David Hamm, uh, former, I believe, running back for the Memphis Showboats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry about the graphic. I hope it doesn't.
No, you're good. You're good.
So, what has your football journey been like?
The best way to describe it is God's timing. Um, it's been a long 20 years. I've been playing football since, been holding the football since I was a kid, 6 months old. All NFL, artificial football. But started playing football when I was in fourth grade. Um, in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Played for the Virginia Beach Mustangs. Then traveling, I was a military brat. So I lived over the world, moved to Houston after that, and really like started taking football to another level. And I got an opportunity to play coming out of high school, playing at UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, playing with Aaron Jones, some good guys out there. And fortunately, life comes with adversities, and I got removed and released from the university. Went to McNeese State. Got another opportunity to play, and after that, I didn't look back. You know, kept on grinding. Got first team all district. First team all conference. Excuse me. Playing at McNeese State as a backup. So just a lot of being a team player, knowing the game, you gotta play roles and just know where your opportunity presents itself when you get the call. So after McNeese State, graduated in 2018, got my degree. Coming out of 2019 NFL draft class, got an opportunity to go to rookie minicamp for the Oakland Raiders. At that time, John Gruden, Rich Bisaccia, Kirby Wilson, these good coaches, they gave me a chance, and I came in that year with Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby, Will Ferrell, um, Hunter Renfro, like a lot of good guys that showed me a lot of respect because I was really performing. I was ready to have that opportunity, you know. So having that piece of cake, in the NFL really wanted me to keep driving and not quit.
So what's the difference in your eyes between like camp for the NFL and camp for the USFL?
Faster. Everything's faster. The speed of the game, more of an IQ thing. You know, most guys that are already in the NFL, everybody's moving at the same step, same pace. Um, and honestly, in the NFL from here, it's a lot more cutthroat over there. They'll tell you what they expect from you. And that's the difference from the USFL and the NFL. I can really tell you the truth on that one. Speed.
Uh, so you were originally at UTEP, which is a small school, and you went from UTEP to McNeese State, which is a smaller school.
Right.
Um, can you really tell the difference in a small school compared to a Power 5 school, a bigger school?
Um, to best explain that, there is a difference. Um, but it's about what are you trying to get out of the university? Are you in there for football and the money and opportunities to the NFL, or are you looking for a degree and and also a possibility to go to the NFL too? So when I picked University of Texas El Paso, I was actually originally committed to Illinois, if I'm not lying now, in my junior year coming out of high school in Houston, Texas. The biggest thing with that was the SATs. Didn't have a good SAT score, and that's something I can admit to myself. But I worked hard. I still got my degree. But from a big school to a small big school, there's a level. There's a level of differences. The stipend, money, the facilities, how your strength coaches take care of you, from the coaching, uh, mindsets, experiences. It's all about the experiences itself. So if you're going from a big school to a small big school, there's level of experiences and there's level of upgrade. So yes, there's a difference. And honestly, I never would change my football journey at all. Going from a big school to a small school, it humbled me, kept me hungry, kept a mindset that I didn't want to quit.
Um, what has what was the experience like for you inside of the hub?
It was good. Every day I felt like, even in the hub in Memphis, um, it felt like every day it was a fight to keep my job. You know, you got to stay hungry in this game. You can't stay complacent. And you could tell that when people that already solidified their job, they start to, start getting more relaxed every day. They don't come to work a little bit more hungry than they were yesterday. There's some things that people don't understand, that football is a job, but if you don't take your job serious, then it shows as a team performance, not as an individual. Individually, people will point out what you did, at the hub. Like, I feel like at the hub is the real job. You had to keep your job every day. And I respect that, because a lot of people don't have that, like, urgency and observation skills to know what they're doing every day. Because every day at the hub, their coaches and staff of the USFL, they're telling us we're always getting evaluated. So being evaluated, you're being evaluated at work too, and how you do it. So that's how I felt.
Uh, so as I alluded to in the beginning, you were or released from the team. Have you has anyone come calling yet?
Not yet. And that's another thing too. I've taken a lot of risk on my journey. Getting back to the league professionally from the USFL or NFL. Um, and I've taken a risk that I'm still out here in Memphis. I'm still out here. I ain't left. I'm waiting for him to call me back, because I asked, and based on my performance, nothing was discussed. So I feel like I'm still ready, and my opportunity, I feel like it's getting closer. So
That's interesting.
yeah,
Um, I mean, after the performance we've seen the first couple of weeks, I would assume they would like desperately want you back.
it's okay. Now I just gotta keep God and always stay positive, because if it's for you, it's meant for you. So I just always kept a positive mindset ever since I've been released. It's been week 2 now, and honestly, I still feel in shape, ready to go. If they call me today and say, "We need you to play," I'm ready. I'm really ready.
Um, so I've talked to a few players before, and it
Mhm.
seems like the player mindset is always be ready. Doesn't matter who calls, if it's the USFL, the XFL,
Canadian League,
CFL,
right?
NFL. Most players will take the opportunity just because they want to play, because they have love for the game and they enjoy it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it sounds to me like you fall in the same category as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My story comes with a lot of trial and tribulations, and it comes down to people, will either make a mockery of your name and put you in the dirt and lie on you, and sometimes God has to push you through those trials, and you're gonna have to show the world that the truth will always come to light. And yeah, that's another thing too. That's why I've always had love for this game because last 8 months ago, I was a teacher. I was teaching in Dallas. I was a teacher teaching history, coaching football, really being a mentor for seventh grade and eighth graders in the South Dallas area. Um, that's and that I laid a big impact on that because coaching for free and teaching, you know, I'm not a full certified teacher yet. So me being out there for free was showing real passion that I still missed the game. Watching it from the sideline and now being back in it when I was playing for the Memphis Showboats, it felt like I really got humbled and kept me really ready for the moment. So, just putting myself in other perspectives and other occupations besides just playing football. I know football is just a game, but if you put yourself out there in other occupations and remember why you still love the game, they'll come back. It's all about how you attract the energy. So, sir.
Um, so you you believe that you, because it's only been what, 2 weeks now that you've
Yeah, it's
been.
week two.
Um, so you still believe you're in complete firm shape. That if somebody did call, you're like, I'm on it.
Exactly. No hesitation.
So how for us as fans of the sport that don't see the subtle differences per se, how are or what are the differences between like life in the game at the college level and life in the game at a professional level, whether it be minor league or the league?
To answer your question, it's all about having good time management, self care, and doing the right things all the time. And with those three things I just said, as being from college to professional, college, you got a lot of people watching you. Kind of like a minor child to an adult. You got still people, taking care of you, sending you, rent money, stipend, whatever it is, and they're sending you, you got meal vouchers, you got lunch, you got, cafeteria, you got the caf, you know. But when you grow up out of the system, out of education and playing collegiate sports, now you're on your own. You're on the adult stage. Now you have to be able to manage, take care of your body, eat, eat, stretch, take care of sleep. A lot of people don't take care of themselves and their bodies. So looking at a professional longevity career, it doesn't really happen because, most people don't know how to take care of themselves. They rely on other people to take care of their lack of um, experience or lack of, you know, self care and preservation. Because people don't like to take care of themselves. They expect someone else, like their mom and daddy, to take care of them. And it's really hard for most professional men like ourselves to go eat 3 meals a day, work out, take care of their bodies, drink water, not soda, and stuff like that really plays a factor in the long term pro collegiate career.
So I know you didn't get to play too much against the stars, but what, in your eyes, because obviously, if any of us have paid attention to last season, you can tell the difference in the defense. Um, are we really looking at a different defense than we saw last year, or are they just going through a funk? Do you think? I mean, because you guys were able in week one uh, to get at least 100 yards on the defense. So
The best way and the positive way to explain it of looking at our defense going against the Philadelphia Stars is that our D line needs more penetration, of which is creating more pressure. Uh, that's my biggest front because when it comes to a team, period, you got to have a front from O line to D line, and you got to have a secondary, just like you need wide receivers. You know what I mean? So, um, just being technically sound and everybody being communicative on defense would definitely help and improve us as a powerhouse because we have a lot of talented defensive players all around. You know, played at high levels of collegiately and in the pros. So I never doubt any of our guys that can make a play. It's all about just communicating and really fighting the adversities because adversities, is always going to hit. A lot of teams going to be able to throw the ball, guys scoring randomly. It's all about being able to be an adversity killer. We got a dude, Alex Collins. That's his brand, and we always talk about being an adversity killer. So we got to be able to get punched and get back up and punch back. So it's all about being able to fight in the game and do it all 4 quarters because we can't just be a second half team. We got to play all four. So that's going to be a big factor in being conditioned. Can't get tired. Can't get tired as a defensive team, even though they may have more snaps as offense. But it's a big thing is that if we're going to get to a postseason, uh, we got to win out.
um so I guess kind of in a vague way, what is that locker room like? Like where in your mind do you think the locker room was when you left?
The locker room was kind of like it's hard to explain and not sound like I'm negative. Yeah, exactly. Which I would say like this. I pray that we add more positivity of, a defense offense relationship that we can actually bond and actually practice like professionals. There shouldn't be of like a competition who's better on each side. And that's what we're facing right now in a little bit of a there's a competition offense and defense, which is always good. We need that. But we just don't need to show that we can bang each other up. We got a whole complete season left. You know what I mean? We did that all in camp. You know what I mean? I feel like we should start manifesting ways that we can improve on the offensive side and not definitely make changes and corrections on our defense. Because I feel like our defense is not our biggest problem, but it definitely can get better and it can improve weekly. I think it's just offensively, we just got to get real strong and nasty in the front line. That's it. That's all I can say.
Uh, Besides bringing you back, of course, what pieces do you think uh, Memphis needs to, or moves do you think Memphis needs to make to turn around and have at least somewhat of a successful season? I mean, it looks pretty bad when you can't even beat the Houston Gamblers.
Yeah, and I definitely get that. The critics and the analysts and all these people trying to say that what we should be doing and what they're expecting us to do. It's a big thing that a lot of people don't understand that if you were in our shoes, can you do it? Because talking is really easy for a lot of people out in this world. Talk is cheap. It's all about your actions. So for me to explain to you that if I come back which I have full faith and belief that I will be coming back soon. We got to run the ball 30 times. And it doesn't mean I'm getting all 30. It means we need to run. If we have three backs, give them 10 a pop. Boom, boom, boom. You got two backs, give them 15. We got to run the ball 30 times to beat the team if we're ever going to use our best abilities of our quarterbacks and receivers so they can get open. If we don't run the ball, it don't matter if we ain't getting yards. We got to run the ball because we can't be too easy to figure out. And we haven't really ran the ball, but probably like 27 times this whole season. So I don't know. I'm just saying if we can run the ball 30 times a game and do our play actions and do everything we do as special teams and defense, we can beat teams. We just haven't really showed our powerhouse of what we could do with our running backs, and then allow the quarterbacks to get that shine when we start doing them play actions. But other than that, coming back, we'll love to run the ball a little bit more efficiently, to the boundaries, mix them up. You know what I mean? Don't be so basic of showing that, you know, we're going to run up the middle, of course, but don't do it every time. And I just think that other than that, we can really be a dominant force in this league still with 0-3.
So looking from the outside in, from my perspective, I noticed noticed a shift in the team's per se, because coming into the season, everybody was really high on Brady White, and now it seems like everything's kind of shifted towards Elton. What, when you were like in camp and everything, what did you notice with like that battle, and ultimately why do you think they started with Brady White over Kelly?
I think with that scenario, and I don't want to get too deep into it because that's not my position. And but the biggest thing they wanted Brady to be that guy is because coming from Memphis University and a 2 year starter, he's a legend in the city, and we really needed a spark. You know what I mean? Somebody that's been recognized through the Memphis, Tennessee area. Um, Cole Kelly and Brady have two different attributes, and I think with that being said, Brady, he knows a lot more of the offense that he can critique in the mid game process that he can do. Cole Kelly, he has a nice height ability to see over the line and sling it into tight spaces. So there's qualities for both quarterbacks. It's how you use them. And it's very hard in the professional leagues, even in the XFL, NFL, to swap two primary good quarterbacks, pocket passers, and it's very hard to delegate that. So playing two cards, it's hard to find a rhythm of offense when you're going 3 and outs. So it's really up to these coaches, and I have full faith in these coaches that they can make the decision on who is the guy that can provide a spark for this offense because we need points. So you can see that everything is momentum shifting to Kelly, but right now the reason why they started Brady is because he knows the offense. He knew the offense from last year. It hasn't changed. So I definitely understand why they made the switch and the moves in the beginning to the end now, currently. But it's all about consistency in this game. So whoever's the most consistent hot hand, we got to keep them. And I understand that, you know, people would say we should get back Brady or, start Kelly. I don't care. There are those two guys, those three guys, Ryan Willis as well. These guys are very good, talented athletes. We wouldn't have them in the building and still have them here if they weren't that good. You know what I mean? So it's hard to replace a good quarterback, but it's all about consistency to find that real one. So the real QB1.
So to kind of finish up here,
Right.
what would be, I guess you kind of touched on it a little bit already, but what would be your message for teams? Because you are just waiting for the call.
I'm glad you asked that. It's been a very long time, Mike, to be actually be heard and to use my voice on those platforms nowadays and these social medias to really get my name out there. There's one thing if I told all 8 teams, NFL, CFL, y'all out there, all hear me. I'm a hardworking, dedicated, passionate, God fearing man that loves this game, knowing that this game doesn't last forever. You're gonna get the best out of me. I'm durable, 6'1", 225-pound running back. Play all special teams. I do anything you ask me to. If you pulling me play an outside linebacker, I go do it. I'm a team player. I want to win. I don't care about no stats. Stats don't mean nothing to me but a W at the end of the day, and we're all having fun. Um, and the biggest thing too is that I'm not gonna quit. You know, I'm not a quitter. I finished what we started, and I'm a 4 down back. I do it all. Catch it, run, special team. I'm telling you, I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm just blessed, man. Thank you, Mike, for putting me on this interview for real and really get my name out there. I appreciate this.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I do hope that you get a call, and I look forward to hopefully watching you play again.
Yeah, I
Uh,
appreciate it, Mike.
I just want to thank you so much for coming on, and I hope to maybe catch up in the future.
Absolutely, man. God bless and thank you.
Thank you.